Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Scorpio, this is your intuitive tarot reading for the week of April 6th to the 12th. This week we have the Sisterhood of the Rose Oracle card. We have the Five of Pentacles, the energy of death, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Fool, and the Three of Swords. So we have a lot of obviously ending energy at the moment, guys. Pretty much everything in the world is shutting down right now. The way we work, the retail industry. Some of us aren't even allowed to leave the home and all of that sort of thing. It's almost like we are in one big, ending of a cycle. And what we need to keep in mind is that it won't be forever. And there is a new path that's going to unfold for you out of this. But I do see that some of you may have had an ending in the way that you earn your money. Potentially some of you might be concerned about financial hardship, but I feel that there is a silver lining for you. I mean, we see the Ten of Pentacles in this reading as well. We see the Fool, which is a whole new journey. And we have the Sisterhood of the Rose Oracle card, which is about, a new sense of beauty unfolding, expanding. So it's important that we, if we can release the burdens, release the stress, so we can invite that energy in. So I'll start off with the Oracle card, guys, and then we'll go to the Tarot. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. And it's amazing, Scorpio, when we start to tune into that feeling of beauty and unfolding, that's the energy that we start to put out into the world as well, and what we attract back. Now, these people here in the Five of Pentacles are definitely not seeing any beauty in the world. Why? Because they're so consumed by their own misery. They're consumed by loss, by lack, by scarcity and isolation. And the thing is that the more they embody that energy, the more they attract that. There's a message here with the Five of Pentacles that lack breeds lack, or loss breeds loss. It's like almost like we are projecting that out there, and we start to attract that. We attract from that place because that's our lens, that's our story through which we see life. Now, I feel like I want to read that with the Death card. I feel that some of you have gone through a loss. I am obviously with the Pentacles energy feeling something financial, but it could be in the material sense as well. Some of you may have needed to move out of a home that you can no longer maybe afford the rental mortgage on because of what's happening in the world at the moment. Some of you may have lost the primary way that you earn your income or lost a job, and obviously there's a certain amount of stress, probably a high level of stress, that goes together with that. We have a very final ending here with that death energy. But, what we need to keep in mind is that the slate is being cleared for a reason. And I do believe that what we're going through now, we're going to end up in a better place down the track. This is like a global purging that's happening. So we really have to try and keep the faith and try not to stress out about it. We have to keep the bigger picture in mind. And that's another thing that these people in the Five of Pentacles don't see. They're actually passing that beautiful refuge of a church where they could go in and get the comforts they need for the night. But they don't see it because they're so consumed by their own negativity, maybe their victim mentality about why they're in the circumstances they're in. So there's a message with the Five of Pentacles to see the bigger picture and to trust that things will work out. And it's through seeing the bigger picture that we can have a sense of, being okay with what's playing out at the moment, because we have trust and faith that, a new path will unfold when the time is ready. Because the death energy, comes in and brings final endings, whether it's in, work or your job or your home front, so that, we can start a new journey. It's about clearing the slate. And through this process, there is real, alchemical evolution or a raising in consciousness that is available for you, because we're releasing, and there's a lot of learning that can happen through releasing. The Death card is actually a card of transformation, so I really feel this is going to lead to a whole new state of being for you. You know, you are unfolding as that rose. You know, maybe a lot of you are now learning how to really reconnect with your heart, tune into that portal of the heart and really allow that to guide you. Maybe a lot of you are now focused on, okay, well, if I'm really honest with myself, that job that I was earning that money in, actually I wasn't happy in it, and this is a blessing in disguise. Now I've got this moment, this time of reflection to step back and really consider what's meaningful for me and what I might want to do moving forward. And you may end up in a place where you're actually working from a place of passion and purpose. You're now connected with your higher self. So that's about understanding that the bigger picture could be a lot more positive. Because death has the promise of that, you know, that new dawn, that new day, that sun rising on the horizon to illuminate a new path forward. But at the moment, it might feel like, you know, you're just not too sure where the new beginning might be coming from. You know, it might be quite stressful and burdensome. But the death energy is about, you know, clearing the past so that you can rise as that phoenix. You can rise in a new light when the time is right. Some present energies, we have the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. So I think that whatever ending has transpired, there is a certain amount of hurt, sorrow, sadness, grief, despair. Some of you might be really lamenting that loss and, you know, really wallowing in that energy of what now. But we must release that burden, that weight, that, you know, that lies heavily on our shoulders, because if we don't, that's when we end up in that mentality of just attracting more. By releasing that and realizing that your hand was forced, this ending was not of your own doing, it's because we're in a global crisis, you know, that's when you can shift your energy field, and that's when new beginning energy comes into your life. It can't come while you're blocked, while you're blocking it off. But at a 10, this burden, this weight, this stress of the situation wants to be released, so that, you know, if you look at this person here, he's carrying these 10 wands that are symbolic of, you know, something that's really weighing him down, heavy, stressful. If he or she was to put these wands down, with holding those wands, this person's just making that journey from, I don't know, work to home or whatever the well-worn path is that you travel each day. If this person was to put these wands down, he or she may see all these other pathways in order to, you know, get to this destination. But the stress, the burden is very blocking. So if we release that, that's when we can see new opportunities and new pathways for our lives. And even though you might be upset about what's transpired and you might really be feeling the pain and the hurt and, you know, maybe a certain feeling of heartbreak over this, that intensity of those feelings is actually the first part of the healing process, because, you know, once we've kind of purged out, we've cried everything out, we've gone through all that anger, that's when we start to accept and heal. So I really feel that that's the focus for this week, is to release the stress, you know, move into that healing journey, because that is going to shift your energy field. And when you do that, that's when the new path becomes visible here, Scorpio. We have the Fool and the 10 of Pentacles. So the Fool is about a new path opening up to you, a new journey. And you are being encouraged by the universe to have trust, have faith, and take that leap. And, you know, understand that the universe will catch you if you fall. There is a safety net here for you. So this could be an entirely new way to maybe make your money. And embarking on that, maybe a small business, maybe an online business at this time because of what we're going through. Maybe just understanding that we might be in isolation, we might be in lockdown, but, you know, we know that this is going to lead us somewhere new once this is all over, and we trust our instincts that is where we are being led. So the Fool energy is very positive. You know, it's about having that link to divine guidance and that sun energy, understanding that, yeah, this is where we are being asked to be in terms of, you know, from a universal perspective right now. And we have that with the 10 of Pentacles, guys. So for me, this is the card that says, don't worry about the loss that you might be facing right now, because in the future, in the near future, you are going to have far greater opportunities and they're going to expand quickly. The Ten of Pentacles is, you know, the money card. It can be a windfall coming through from somebody. It can be the fact that you might embark on a new business venture, a new job that is going to be really abundant for you and also lead to great happiness. I mean, in the Ten of Pentacles, we see the generational living, the beautiful home, having all the material and financial resources that you desire. Sometimes we have to go through hardships to get there. Sometimes we have to go through endings where we feel like we're never going to get ahead again. Okay, sorry about that, Scorpio. I am having a range of technical issues here at the moment. I just want to finish off the reading again. I got almost to the end, or I actually did get to the end, but the camera shut off. Closing out on that Ten of Pentacles, just, you know, really my message is that the promise is that you will end up somewhere far greater than before this hardship here came in. The Ten of Pentacles can be that beautiful new home, that windfall, that, you know, great new job or business that really is kind of leading to a living your best life situation. I always say that about the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So we need to have hope, we need to have faith, and we need to trust in this journey. That's also the message of the Fool, you know, trusting in this journey. And for many of us, or most of us, this journey has not been by our own choosing. There's been a massive forced hand in it. So really, we need to surrender, release, and let go, and just, you know, just be and just go with it. Just go with the flow. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you all the best with it this week. Do keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to be for every one of you. Feel free to leave me a comment, as I always love to know, you know, how it's resonating and unfolding in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.